welcome to Getting to Good Enough, a podcast to help you let go of perfectionism so you can do more of what you love. I'm Shannon Wilkinson, a life coach in Portland, Oregon. I'm a recovering perfectionist who's getting better at good enough.
And I'm Janine Adams, a certified professional organizer in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm lucky enough to be naturally good at good enough.
And today we are talking about National Novel Writing Month in November. Hey Janine.
Hey Shannon, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great too. Hey, did I see on Facebook that you went for a run?
I did.
That's amazing. That's
I
great.
know. Well, I mean, you sort of have to do finger quotes around a run because I'm doing this Couch to 5K app, so it tells me what to do because I knew if I just did it on my own that I would overdo it. Mm-hmm. So, and my physical therapist said, don't run any more than a half mile total of your walk. Because really I'm just walking, I'm running a little bit during my walk. So it's like a 10-minute walk and then 15 seconds of running followed by a minute of walking for 10 times. And then 10 minutes of a brief form run, which means I run and for a few blocks and then walk a little bit and run. And I just do run walk for the last 10 minutes. But yeah, I ran today.
Oh, that's great. And it's a good time of year, I would think. It's probably nice weather for that, right?
Yeah, it is. It's the kind of weather that I like to run in, which is overcast and 55 in the mornings.
Nice.
Yeah.
So only, 11 months after you injured yourself, you get to run for a minute. That's excellent.
Yeah.
No, but
Isn't it exciting?
Considering the last time I saw you, how you couldn't walk at all.
Right.
That's huge. That's great. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. And wait, it was 4 months ago today that I had surgery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
that?
today being the day that we're recording this, not the day that people are now listening to it. But yeah, I had surgery at the end of May. And then I was on crutches, non-weight bearing for 6 weeks. So it's been hard work to get back here, but it feels good. And people probably remember me complaining about it before I had the surgery, but I couldn't walk more than 10 minutes without my ankle swelling before I had the surgery. So this is huge.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah. It's very exciting.
I was very happy when I saw that on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. And it is, when people are listening, a little after the fact, but I do want to take the opportunity to wish you a happy birthday yesterday.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I enjoy a birthday, so I had a very nice day.
Excellent.
Yes. And now it's back to normal.
Yep.
Queen for the day is over.
I don't know. I sometimes think maybe we should embrace being those people who have a birthday week or a birthday month and just make everyone do it, celebrate it. Yeah,
well, at least I think it would be hard to make everyone celebrate it. But I'll think about this as my birthday week. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, it is getting close to November, and that means National Novel Writing Month.
That's right. It was on an episode of this podcast a few months ago that I realized that it was time for me to do this again because I do it every 5 years, supposedly. So, and
as it turns out,
yeah. No, I think the first, the second one was a coincidence, and then I tried to keep it up since then. So This will be my fourth. But you said, well, I'll do it too. We're like, yes, let's get our podcast listeners to do it too. So that's part of the reason for our recording about it in October. when the month doesn't start until November.
Yeah, because we would love to have listeners join in with us. Because it's actually a really fun thing to do. I had a great time, particularly the first time I did it.
Right.
And it's super fun. But the other reason we wanted to talk about it is if you're going to write a novel in a month, you have to get over any perfectionistic tendencies pretty darn quickly.
Yeah, so it's sort of like an anti-perfectionism boot camp.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't want to. I was struggling with whether to say anti-perfectionism because I don't want to sound so negative. But yeah, right. In order to do it, you have to either do nothing but write, or write quickly and not worry about how it reads. And this we originally did it in 2004, I believe, and we did it a month late. We did it in December, you and I, because
right.
I think it started, if I remember correctly, it's entirely possible I'm not, but my memory is that I was at Barnes & Noble and saw the book, what's that book?
No Plot, No Problem.
No Problem, by Chris... I always want to say Doty, but it's not it. Beatty. Chris Beatty, yeah.
Ooh, I was right. It did start with a B.
Yep. It's
That's exciting.
A low-stress and high-velocity guide to writing a novel in 30 days. And I'd heard about National Novel Writing Month because it was happening. It was November when I was at the library and when I was at the bookstore. And I thought, I'm just going to check this out. I was a writer, I think, is when I was making my living as a writer at the time. And it was such an engagingly written book that I read most of it in the store and then bought it and brought it home. It's like, I want to do this. And I told you about it, right? Am I remembering this right?
Yeah, you did.
And then we decided, well, it doesn't have to be in November. We can do it anytime. But we wanted to start the first day of the month, naturally.
Right.
So we started December 1st.
I forgot it was 2004, but that's right. Yeah. So we did it in December. And even though we didn't have the camaraderie of thousands of people doing it at the same time around the world, it felt fun I felt like we were part of it anyway.
Right. Well, we had the camaraderie of one another.
Yes.
So that's good.
Which, is really what matters anyway.
Right. Right. And so we, in order to write 50,000 words in 30 days, you have to write 1,683 words a day, I think it is. And we set up that great spreadsheet so we could keep track of one another's progress. And we were able, whoever finished their words first would report to the other person, I think. I mean, it was great fun. And we ended up with I think I got mine done early, and I spent the last week editing it, actually. That's my recollection of it.
Oh, really? I do think you finished early. I bet I still have the original spreadsheet. Oh. But I think you did finish early because I think you wanted to finish before Christmas, maybe?
Yeah, because Christmas is an important holiday to me. Not really. But yeah, I probably had some. Maybe, I don't even know. Maybe I had to go visit my parents or something.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I do feel like you did want to finish it early.
Yeah.
And did.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you were great about doing it first thing.
Yeah, that's how I get stuff done that I want to. Yeah.
Because
to me it's a big drag if it's something I have to do, to realize it's 9 p.m. and I haven't done it yet. So, yeah.
I think I remember some late nights clacking away on my keyboard, which, was fine. But I think this time I'm going to endeavor to do it first thing in the morning.
Well, I'm helped by the fact I'm a morning person. So for me, setting the alarm an hour early or going to bed an hour early so that I can do that isn't a hardship at all. And I would do that, and then I would walk my dog. Sorry, I'm trying to decide how many dogs I would have had at that time. I think it was one, and no, it was two. And I would think about what I'd written and think about maybe where it would go the next day, because I had no idea.
Right.
I had no plan for the novel. So
Yeah.
no plot, no problem. So I would plan it
we
one day
took
at a
that
time.
literally.
That's right. That's right. And it worked out pretty well. And I guess, I wonder if back then no, probably not. For a while, for about 5 years, I had to walk my dog separately. Do you remember that?
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah, and so I can't remember if I was getting 2 walks in the morning or not. But I think not. I think we hadn't gotten to that point yet. But yeah, it was a really fun exercise, and it felt great to finish it.
Yeah.
It was
did.
achievable.
Well, and as I recall, that was before I had started running. And,
I think so.
Yeah, and I think it was the year before that, maybe, I had some friends who wanted to walk the Portland Marathon. And I said, oh, there's no way I can do that. I cannot do that, but I will support you. And so I supported them in it. And then when I decided to do this with you, I remember saying to them, like, hey, this is my marathon. So I need you guys to support me for this month while I do this. But I just think that's really funny that was my analogy. I could never run a marathon, so this is my marathon.
Right. And did they support you, by the way?
They did. They were very supportive.
And it's so funny. I remember you're being on the marathon route and supporting your friends, but I didn't remember that they walked it. It wasn't a run.
Yeah, they walked it.
Oh,
it was like it took them like, I don't know, 7 or 8 hours.
Yeah. Because when I was walking half marathons, my goal was always 3 hours 40 minutes. So it took them 7 or 8 hours. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
Yeah.
So have you given any thought to what you might write about?
I've had a lot of ideas pass through my mind, but I haven't settled on anything yet.
I haven't settled either.
Yeah, I think I don't feel compelled to have a story picked out before I start writing. So...
Not even a protagonist or anything?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I feel okay about just sitting down and starting and see what happens. It would be nice if I had an idea of a story before I sat down on November 1st, but I'm fine if I don't.
Well, that's cool. I mean, having an idea makes that first day a little easier, I would think. Because you have to get the words. I mean, you'll have to get the words that first day, but you don't want to start the day not getting any words.
Right.
Yeah, but we have a whole month to try to figure it out. Or at least
right. And I remember one of the things I did in the past that helped was I didn't feel like I had to sort of write in chronological order. Or like in book order, that sometimes I would have an idea for a scene or a chapter that I knew would be sort of in the future of the book. And so I would just write that. And then I would, like the next day, then I might write whatever needed to happen to get to that point.
You and I are wired so differently. But it makes sense. That definitely makes sense. I could see doing that. I'm pretty sure I never did that.
No, I think you just sat down and wrote the story.
Wrote the next thing. The next 1,600 words. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. I think I'm definitely going to have to work under that quote of, who was it? Was it? I'll have to look it up. who said this, but it was something like, I only write when inspiration strikes. Luckily, it always happens at 9 a.m.
Oh. So
the idea was that you just got to get your butt in the chair and start writing.
I see. Yeah. Right. And I think if you can swing a morning ritual just for that month, that might be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it'll be fun. And I don't have any idea. I don't really have much in the way of ideas yet either. Although I'm lucky because I meet so many interesting people in my work, as do you, that it can sometimes spark something. Like last time, I had just worked with, with a client who had won the lottery. And so
right.
She and her husband won the Powerball. And so I made my protagonist a lottery winner. And I didn't talk to the client much about winning the lottery. She didn't want to talk about it. So I didn't have anything to go on. But it was just a little springboard for, and that was fun. So I have to think about something.
That's funny. I always had, like, I remember coming up with this idea when I was temping, when I first moved back to Portland, and I was temping at Hewlett-Packard. And I remember coming up with this idea for a novel, which was there was like a group of coworkers who all went in every week and bought lottery tickets, and then they won, and then but there was one person who didn't get their money in that week, and so then they weren't included in the winnings, and then there was
Does this really
fights
happen, or
over
is this your idea?
No, this was my idea.
Oh, okay, good.
This is my
It
idea.
didn't really happen.
No.
Oh, that's funny.
And then how the different people reacted. Of course, there had to be some fighting, and I never did anything with it. But that's funny that you you wrote a lottery about a lottery winner.
No, ours may not be the first ones.
I don't think so. I think it's probably been written. In fact, I just read a book that had a lottery winner in it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I've never written, I've only done 3, so never is lofty. But none of my 3 had a protagonist who is a professional organizer, so I could do that.
Oh.
That would be, might be easy. So
that would be interesting.
Yeah.
You could also have some genealogy thing going on.
True. The second novel I wrote, I think it was the second one. Yeah, the protagonist was a professional genealogist, but it wasn't a genealogy-related novel. That just happened to be what she did. She might as well have been a freelance writer or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. It's always nice. I love reading genealogy. I love reading genealogy novels. Writing one sounds like a little more work than I can do in a month. But,
I know. It does feel like you are sort of limited to topics that aren't...
require no research.
Yeah, they have to. It has to be able to come all entirely out of my head.
Right, yeah. So,
But I think it's interesting to think about this as sort of a metaphor, I guess, for other projects, and how we're planning for this could cross over to, pretty much any other project that you wanted to do that was going to take some time and stamina and stick-to-itness.
Right. You're absolutely right. Break it down into small parts. In this case, it's a word count. Figure out the time of day you can accomplish it. Yeah. Don't worry about it being perfect. Just do something.
Right.
Yeah. And then don't get attached to the outcome.
Yep. Yeah, because the goal is to finish. And
right.
And to not worry so much about the end product, or the specifics of the end product,
or what's going to happen to it. There have been some published novels that are well known that started out with NaNoWriMo.
Yeah.
But I can't think of any off the top of my head. Can you?
I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I do know that there have been novels that ended up getting traditionally published that came out of NaNoWriMo.
Of course, I have to look it up while we're...
Yeah, I thought I heard you Googling over there.
Yeah, I couldn't help myself. I'm just answering a quick list, see if there's any I know personally. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell.
Really?
Mm-hmm. According to Mental Floss, yes.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. I am not familiar with any of the others in this list, which does not mean anything. And I have a friend who wrote one and entered it into a contest, and it was published. And it's called...
Wow.
I think it's called... It's right here. I can't see it, dang it. I'm not going to tell you what it's called because I'll be wrong. Oh, you know what? I think Water for Elephants. That's the one I was trying to think of.
Really?
I hope I'm not making that up. I'll fact check that before and put in the show notes.
Yeah.
But, I'm pretty sure that that's the one I was thinking of.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Specifically. Yeah. Movie with Reese Witherspoon, too. Sorry, you can hear me typing.
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah, according to this article on bustle.com, it was written as part of that, as well as The Night Circus.
The Night Circus was?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love both those books. Huh.
It was NaNoWriMo 2005 was her first draft.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's sort of inspiring.
Yeah, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
Again, I don't care if anybody ever reads it, mine.
Right.
But to think that it could turn into something that would be really cool.
Yeah.
It's funny because that's what my husband and I were talking about last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, about how he doesn't understand doing something that I don't intend to publish. And
right.
he just couldn't possibly understand. It was such an interesting conversation. I'm like, Barry, I write all the time. I have 2 blogs. I write all the time. And I've written nonfiction books. This is just totally different. And that's why I do it, because it's completely different. And I don't care if it's any good. And that's when I whipped out. He said the following, which caused me to pull out my phone and write it down so that I could quote it because it was so perfect for our podcast. He said, "If I don't think it's going to be good, I don't see the point of doing it." It's like,
wow.
Boom.
Yep.
There it is. It's like, well, we have fundamentally different feelings about things.
Right. That's the difference between a person with perfectionistic tendencies and a good enough person.
Right. And Barry is delighted to be a person with perfectionistic tendencies. So
yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah, it's great. Well, and it's funny because my husband and I had a conversation about it too last night. And he also does not understand what the point of it is.
Huh.
Yeah. It's like, well, no one will read, like, why would you do that?
Right.
And I'm like,
does he want to read your novel? Does he want to read your novel?
We didn't even get that far.
It seems to me like maybe if he knew he was going to read it, it would make him feel more comfortable that you were doing it because you would have a purpose, which would be for him to read it.
Yeah. He doesn't read a whole lot of fiction. So
he would devour it if you let him.
Oh,
I'm sure.
I'm not sure.
Really?
I mean, not because he wouldn't want to, but just because he doesn't enjoy reading that much. I mean, he likes the idea of reading, but doesn't actually really enjoy a lot of reading. Like he doesn't read fiction like I do.
Right. Yeah, Barry never reads fiction either.
But I gave him ironically, now that I think about it, the analogy of running a marathon. I said, there's no point in running a marathon. Like, I'm not going to win. I know I'm not going to win.
I gave the same analogy. What was Mike's response to that?
He's like, yeah, but you go and you do this thing, and he's like, but also I'm not ever going to run a marathon. I'm like, right, but I like setting myself up for a challenge and seeing if I can accomplish it.
Right.
I find that quite enjoyable, even if in the middle of it, it's a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
I like a challenge.
Yeah, it's as simple as that. Barry's response to the marathon analogy, which of course I wasn't using as personal experience because I've never run one, but he said, well, at least if you ran a marathon, it would be good for your health. It'd be good for you.
Oh, interesting.
But you're not getting anything out of writing at all.
Yeah, although there are plenty of people who would say that long distance running is in fact not good for your health.
Agreed. Yeah, I was going to say, I was thinking the same thing. I watched you train for a marathon. I didn't feel like it was good for your health at the time. But yeah. So anyway, doesn't matter. I'm sure Mike will be very supportive and encouraging, and Barry will not be discouraging.
No, and Mike will also, he will definitely be supportive and
right.
And he always likes to cheer me on, even if he doesn't understand why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Right. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. But I also wanted to say that there is, for people who aren't interested in writing, there are a couple of other things that people do in November that's like do something every day. Like I think there's an art every day thing, and we can put some of these things in the show notes if people want to try doing something every day. I think in the past I did didn't I do an active everyday challenge one November?
Yeah, but I don't think he's stuck with it.
No, I think I did it for all of November.
Okay, I take it back. Completely pretend I never said that. Edit that out.
I don't have to do that. It's okay for you to be dubious of my memory.
Well, right. So, yeah, active every day is a great challenge.
Yeah, so I would just encourage people to think about something that they've been wanting to do. I mean, you could even do a declutter every day, or, just some sort of challenge that seems like it would be fun to accomplish.
Yeah, I mean, I have my genealogy research everyday challenges, though I won't be doing one in November because I'm writing a novel, but I'm doing one in October on my blog. And one of our listeners, Christy, she has suggested I do a similar decluttering challenge. And my response was, I don't feel like decluttering every day for 30 days at my own house.
But could you do every day, like 5 minutes every day? Is that enough of a challenge?
I suppose so. It would make a difference in anybody's home, probably. But I just don't think I want to do that. Not enough going
do
on.
it for the people, Janine.
Maybe.
This isn't for you.
Right. It's not that I don't have any clutter. Don't get me wrong. That's not it. But I just do enough decluttering, right? So, but yeah, that's great. We'll put a list of other activities that are happening. And what do you think, Shannon, in terms of if folks do want to, if getting to good enough listeners want to participate with us in NaNoWriMo, maybe would we do a Google Doc, shared Google Doc, or sheet, is that what they're called, the spreadsheet?
Yeah.
Where I don't like to use Google things, so I don't even know, but could people add themselves to a spreadsheet?
Yeah, so we could provide a link to a spreadsheet, and I could set it up so that people could enter their name and then put their, well, I say I can do this. I'm sure there's a way to do it.
I like your
I don't know
confidence.
if the way the spreadsheet is set up right now, if that would work, but it would be super fun if people did want to do it and they wanted to track their word count with us. And we can also just do that so people can see where we are with our word count if they just want to cheer us on. So...
And then we can talk about it in the Facebook group? Or
Yeah.
would it be the page? The group?
Probably the group is easier for people to start conversations.
To participate. Right.
To
yeah,
participate.
that makes sense.
So if you do want to do National Novel Writing Month with us, we will put a link to our Facebook group in the show notes, and be sure and join, because we will be talking about it there. And even if you don't want to write a novel but you want to do something else for 30 days, it'll be a great place to get some accountability, get cheered on, and share your progress.
Yes. It'll be fun.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah.
It can't get here soon enough.
Well, first I have to do genealogy every day for 30 days in October. So,
Right.
yeah, and get back to my yoga. But it will be here before we know it, that's for sure.
Yes, definitely. All right. Well, so do let us know if you want to join us, if you're going to do some other challenge in November. You can leave us a voicemail at 413-424-GTGE. That's 4843. You can comment on the show notes at gettingtogoodenough.com, or connect with us on Facebook or Instagram at Getting to Good Enough, or on Twitter at GTGEnough. But for now, this is Shannon Wilkinson in Portland, Oregon.
And Janine Adams in St. Louis, Missouri.
And we hope that good enough is getting easier for you. Now I sort of feel like I do need to come up with a plot.
Well, I think it'll make day one easier if you come up with a little something.
Yeah. I'll try.